Hello students, today I am here with a very important chapter in English grammar, that is subject verb agreement. So let us begin. So before beginning this chapter, we must know what a subject is in a sentence. So dear students, as we know that subject is that part of a sentence, subject is that part of a sentence about which something is said. So dear students, subject is that part of a sentence about which something is said. Now, what is a verb? So as we know that a word in a sentence which expresses action or state of being is called a verb. Once again, dear students, first we should know what a subject is in a sentence. So as we know that subject is that part of a sentence about which something is said, and verb is a word in a sentence which expresses an action or state of being is called verb. Okay, a word which expresses an action or state of being is called verb. Okay, so now we know what is subject and verb. What are subject and verb? So now let us discuss what is subject verb agreement. So have you written? Please note it down. Either you can note it down or you can take screenshot. Okay, so let us move on and discuss now what is subject verb agreement. So dear students, for making a sentence grammatically correct, it is important that a verb in a sentence must agree with its subject in person or number. For making a sentence, for writing, for speaking, okay, so for making a sentence grammatically correct, it is very important that a verb must agree with its subject in person or number. Okay, so that topic is called subject verb agreement. In a sentence, a verb must agree with its subject. A verb must agree with its subject in person or number. So dear students, in a sentence, a verb must agree with its subject in person or number. So for making a sentence, for writing a sentence or speaking a sentence grammatically correct, it is very important that a verb must agree with its subject in person or number. What does it mean? It means a singular subject is followed by a singular subject is followed by a singular verb and a plural subject is followed by plural verb. So what does subject verb agreement mean? Subject verb agreement means a verb must agree with its subject in person or number. Further, it means a singular subject is followed by a singular verb, and a plural subject is followed by a plural verb. That formation of a sentence is called subject verb agreement. Okay, so now is it clear what is subject verb agreement? Yes, so for writing a sentence grammatically correct, it is very important that a verb must agree with its subject in number or person. When a subject is singular, it requires a singular verb. If it is plural, it requires a plural verb. Okay, so now let us understand with the help of example. With the help of some examples, let us understand more about it. Let us discuss more about it. Ravi plays cricket daily. Ravi plays cricket daily. They play cricket daily. So dear students, look at verb in these sentences. In the first one, we can see that plays is followed by subject Ravi. The verb plays is followed by subject Ravi. And in the second one, they is followed by subject they is followed by verb play. So we cannot write plays here, because if subject is singular, we must write singular verb, and with plural subject we write plural verb. So that is subject verb agreement. More examples. Rohan is reading. I am reading. They are reading. So dear students, you can see that with the singular subject is has been used in present continuous, with I am has been used, and with they, as it is plural, are has been used. As far as I is concerned, I is singular, but in English grammar it is only in present continuous for I, helping verb or auxiliary am is used, and in rest of the tenses it follows the rules of plural sentence. Okay, so with I we apply the rules of plural sentence. I is singular, even though it follows the rules of plural. So don't ask me why, because it's a grammar rule. There is no logic behind it. Okay, it's a rule in grammar only. I is singular, even though if there is special rule for it, as it is in present continuous, or it follows the rule of plural, and it's a according to rules of grammar. It is according to rule of grammar. There is no logic, no any logic behind it. Okay, so don't ask why. Okay, once again, so dear students, as we can see in these examples, these verbs are changed according to the subject. If subject is singular, then verb is also singular. If subject is plural, then verb is also plural. So this is called subject verb agreement. In a sentence, a verb must agree with its sentence, with its subject. Okay, for making a sentence grammatically correct, it is very important to agree a verb with its subject. So subject verb agreement is that part of grammar where we agree a verb with a subject in a sentence. Okay, so I hope now you have got what subject verb agreement is. So dear students, there are certain rules regarding it. There are certain rules regarding subject verb agreement. So one by one we are going to discuss them. Okay, let us begin. There are certain rules regarding subject verb agreement. So let's start with rule number 1. Rule 1. Rule 1. Two or more nouns or pronouns. As we know, subject, either it is usually subjects are either nouns or pronouns. As we know that subjects are usually either they are nouns or pronouns. So two or more nouns or pronouns joined by and require a plural verb. So dear student, two or more nouns or pronouns joined by and require a plural verb. For example, as silver and gold, silver and gold are very precious metals. Silver and gold are very precious metals. So as we can see, dear students, here two nouns are joined by and. So that is why it is followed by a plural verb. Okay? Silver and gold are very precious metals. Next example, fire and water do not agree. Fire and water do not agree. So dear students, as we can see that fire and water, so here there are two nouns joined by and followed by plural verb. Okay, so first rule regarding subject verb agreement is two or more nouns or pronouns joined by and require a plural verb. For example, silver and gold are very precious metals. So here we can see that silver and gold, two nouns are joining by and. Okay, followed by a plural verb. Second one, fire and water do not agree. So fire and water, these two nouns are joined by and followed by a plural verb. Okay students, so in a sentence, please take the screenshot or you can also note it down. So in a sentence, in order to make a sentence grammatically correct, it is very important that a verb must agree with its subject in number or person. There are certain rules regarding it. It is the first rule according to which if two or more nouns or pronouns, we can also say if two or more subjects are joined by and, so they followed by a plural verb. Okay, so we can see here two nouns are joined by and, joined using and they are followed by a plural verb. Is it clear? I hope so. Okay, so I am going to rub it. I hope you have taken the screenshot or you have noted it down. If we write this first rule in short, So it means subject, subject plus and plus subject, subject plus and plus subject followed by a plural verb. Okay, in order to understand it better, in short we can write this way: subject plus and plus subject. Okay, so they are followed by a plural verb. More examples. Third example: are your father and mother, are your father and mother at home? Sorry, question mark. As it starts with helping verb, it's a question, so that is why we must put a question mark at the end of interrogative sentence, as it is an interrogative sentence. So dear students, subject plus and plus subject is followed by a plural verb. Okay, so are your father and mother at home? So here we can see that this is the third example. Already we have discussed two examples. So we can see that father and mother, these are two nouns, and they have been joined by and followed by a plural verb. Okay, so I hope now it is clear to you. So let us discuss now rule number 2. Now rule 2. But if noun gives one idea, but if in case noun gives one idea to the mind, or it refers, but if noun gives one idea to the mind or it refers one person or one thing. So dear students, but if noun gives one idea to the mind or it refers one person or one thing, is followed by a singular verb. This is very important, dear students. Once again, let us go through this rule, as it is very important. How it is different from the rule 1. Rule 1 says, if two or more subjects are joined using and, they are followed by plural verb. But rule 2 says that if noun gives one idea to the mind, one thing here I have missed. But if noun gives one idea to the mind or it refers one person or one thing, it followed by a singular verb, even though here we can add, even though they are joined by and. Yes. So this rule says, if two or more subjects, nouns, two or more nouns, they are joined by and. They are joined by and, but they are joined by and, but they give one idea, but subject gives one idea to the mind. It means that subject gives one unit. The subject gives the idea of one unit. Even though they seem to be plural, such sentences, even though they seem to be plural, but they give one idea to the mind. They represent one unit. One unit. In that case, we use singular verb after such subjects. Okay, so please note it down or take the screenshot. Then let us go through the examples to understand it better. Okay, so I hope you have taken the screenshot or you have noted down. So let us go through the examples of rule 2. So let us go through the examples based on rule 2. And we will also see what are the differences between rule 1 and rule 2. Okay. Example 1. Time and tides waits for none. Time and tides waits for none. Dear students, here you can see that two subjects are joined by and, even though the verb is singular. Even though the verb is singular. Because these two subjects are expressing one idea. Time and tides waits for none. So here time and tides, they are taken as one unit. They give us one idea. So in this case, even though they are two and they have been joined by and, we use singular verb. Okay, so I hope it is clear. More example. Bread and butter. Bread and butter is his favorite. Bread and butter is his favorite. We can write here breakfast. Breakfast. Yes, students, we can see that bread and butter, they have been taken as one unit. They give us one idea. Bread and butter, they refer they refer a unit. They express a unit, one unit. They give us one idea, that is breakfast. Yeah, they are taken as one breakfast. Okay, one unit. Bread and butter, they are taken as one dish, we can say. They are taken as one dish. Okay. So here they are giving us the idea of one. So in such case, in such sentences, it seems a little bit awkward while reading, isn't it? If we read it, it seems a little bit awkward, but it is correct grammatically. Sometimes we can find a sentence when we read, it seems that something is wrong in the sentence, but it is grammatically correct. For example, we should not write in pencil. We should not write in pencil. So it looks, a little bit awkward, but it is correct. Most of the students, they say we should not write with pencil, but with pencil is wrong grammatically. So in the same way, dear students, here these sentences, when two nouns refer one unit of anything, when two nouns give one idea to the mind, give one idea to the mind, whether it is regarding person or thing, then it is followed by singular verb. Let us go through more examples. I saw, third one, I saw a black and white car. I saw a black and white car. So here, dear students, black and white, they are referring to single car. They are referring to one car. So that is why I saw a has been used here, or we can also let us make it as a subject, then it will be more clear. Okay, fourth one, a black and white car is seen by me. Okay, now students, you can see I have used them as a subject. Okay, so a black and white car, this subject refers to a car. That is why singular verb is followed by this subject. So now I think now it is clear. So today we have discussed two rules of regarding subject verb agreement. First one, if two or more subjects, more singular subjects are joined by and, then a plural verb is followed by them. But if two or more nouns are joined, but they give the idea of one thing, they give the idea of one to our mind, then it is followed by a singular verb. Okay, so all these rules are very important. There are certain rules regarding it, regarding subject verb agreement. So more rules will be discussed in coming videos. So you must note down all the rules and examples. So thank you students for watching the video. See you tomorrow. Bye.